You know what? It's nice to look at video footage and pictures without the need of a fisheye lens. I just really have to say that right away. It's nice to see something without a device that's used to manipulate the picture so I actually know what I'm looking at. Just going to kind of subtly let people know that. Anyways, we have a picture here. That's not what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is right here. This is what I'm interested in. This is Pythagorean proof curvature for a ball. And what this actually does is it proves that it's not a ball, and it actually proves that it's flat. Let me explain. If you look at the mile chart, which is to your left, and in miles and feet, right? So 1 mile is 0.67 of a foot, 2 miles is 2.67 of a foot, and then 10 miles is 66.68 of feet, so 66.68 feet. And if you go down to 50 miles, it's 1,667.15 feet, so it's approximately 1,700 feet. I live in Alberta, and the mountains are basically about 70 miles away, which works out to be about 100 kilometers, 110 kilometers, something like that. But we'll keep it in miles just to keep things simple. So if you look at 70 on the chart, that's approximately 3,267.75 feet. I'm not even getting in. I could actually say it's closer to 100, but maybe not quite. But I'm going to say 70 to be on the safe side. And I can see those mountains, by the way, quite clearly. I have an 87 times power zoom on my camera. And I've used it, and I'm going to use it again. And this time I'm actually going to get some footage and take some more pictures, and I'm going to post it on YouTube. And I'm going to tell people exactly how far I'm seeing this from. I keep telling myself I'm going to do it, but sometimes I'm a real procrastinator with things. I get around to it. Yes, I do. But anyways, at 70 miles, it's 3,267.75 feet of curvature. Those mountains are about 12 to 15,000 feet tall on average. That means that more than a quarter of that mountain should be obscured from the base. It means at least 25% of that mountain should be missing due to the curvature that should come up in front of the mountain prior to me visually seeing the mountain. And guess what? There isn't any. So anybody that has any mountains that are close by, that are just like giant mountains that you can see, you should ask yourself a very simple question. Why do I not see the land coming up before I see the mountain? Why do I see the mountain from the base up? Huh? If the earth is a ball and that's a distance that has to be dealt with, you can't just pretend that it isn't there. 70 miles is a distance you have to deal with. There's a chart for that. I'm not explaining things with words like gravity and illusional nonsense about stuff that has no fundamental basis of facts but is just a belief. Whereas buoyancy and density somehow took a back seat to the word gravity, I'll never be able to figure that one out. Gravity has no place in any scientific community whatsoever. And neither does CGI models and ridiculous fucking, computer composites and all that nonsense. And fisheye lenses, why are they being used? It's supposed to be used in the water, hence the word fisheye lens. It's all just guile and deceit, and it's obvious to anybody that cares to look. That's the key word, care. Most people don't even give a fuck. They don't care. Well, I give a fuck, and maybe that is what I am. I don't know. I care. But anyway, if you extrapolate the distance over the Earth, and then if you look at how big the Earth is, you know that I'm not messing around, because the half of the Earth, the diameter of the Earth, is 3,959 miles. That's from the center point out. The distance across, the complete distance across of the Earth, that's the radius, the diameter across the Earth, is just under 8,000 miles. And the circumference of the Earth is 24,750 miles, if I remember correctly, something like that. So if you extrapolate 24,750 miles, you're dealing with actual numbers. They're called math, geniuses. Math. And math doesn't lie. Unlike stupid pictures and stupid people that believe stupid pictures, no matter what the math tells them, and rant and rave and smash their fist and spit coming out of their mouths because they're getting so mad and frustrated. Well, they should be, because they're idiots. They're morons. They're believing in funny little pictures and just nonsense. This is a chart. Math is undeniable. Where's the problem here? I'm using your own math against you. And you don't like it? Too fucking bad. Go fucking cry somewhere. This is the way it is. You don't have to fucking like it, okay? So, obviously, when you use extrapolate it from a globe idea, you're not finding any curvature. You're not getting anything. And bridges that were built in China, some are 120 miles long. There's no account for curvature, or there's no difference in the amount of changing the beams or anything else that they build the bridges on. They're exactly built level, same height, on 120 miles of water. Explain it. Explain how railroad tracks are built using no curvature whatsoever over thousands and thousands of miles. You know, they can't. They just go, that's all they got. Pictures. That's all they can do is spit out pictures. These same hypocrites that know that NASA's a bunch of fucking frauds and liars and admit to it, for some reason don't seem to understand you've just admitted to the one thing that proves that the Earth is round, and you still believe it's round? You've admitted that they're fucking lying. So what do you have? What do you have? Where are you drawing your information from? You can't use NASA. You can't say their pictures are real. You know it's fake. You can't say that the ISS is real. Fuck, you know it's fake. You can't use that. Well, you think because you can't even see a plane that's 39,000 feet in the air. That's fucking 39,000 feet in the air. That's probably the same size as the ISS, and the ISS is 300 miles away, and you think you can see it? I just can't. I mean, what do I do for you? How do I help you? How do I help you out of your retarded fucking mind fuck? Because you're retarded, obviously, to believe such nonsense. It's nonsense. You've been programmed from day one. You've had a ball shoved in your face with fucking continents on it. That since 2000 till now, not one continent is the same size. If you don't believe me, go Google Earth it. Go get on your little Google Earth and compare the continents of all the pictures of the supposed real pictures of the globe. And every fucking one of those continents is not just a little bit different in size. It's drastic. It's drastic. Like, oh my God, that's not real. Drastic. I'm so beyond the flat earth thing. Like, I'm like way down the rabbit hole. You guys don't even want to go near it. You're just like running around it going, what is that? What is that? Well, guess what? Once you start digging and caring and giving a fuck, maybe you'll poke your head in there and maybe you'll dig a little. But till up in that point, your monkeys floating on a ball in space is an accident, thinking that you're you're nothing. You're a piece of dirt. And if that's what you want to believe, that's entirely up to you. But Doesn't matter. The truth's going to get shoved in your face, and math is math, and you can have all the PhDs and adjust your tie as much as you want, push your glasses up as much as you want, pat your pocket protector down, do your little skit, do your little act, call yourself Bill Nye, the fucking science lie, whatever you want to do. I don't care a fuck. You guys are all fucking liars and shills and trolls, man. You're not fooling me. And the rest of the world's waking up, and you're not going to fool them. You think this is going to stop? Do you? Honestly? I mean, if you're really smart individuals, if you really had fucking brains in your fucking heads, you'd probably be getting ready to fucking flee the country wherever you are, because they're going to hunt you fucking down, brother. They're going to hunt you fuckers down, and they're going to fucking fillet your skin for the shit you've been doing to people. But you won't, because you're dumb, and you think everything's okay, and you're smug, and it's not coming your way. But you're wrong. You're doomed. You're done. Time will tell, motherfuckers.